Okay, welcome back. Last time we did a few things in Lumiose City. We met Lysander, we met Professor Sycamore, we met Diantha, and we also were given a Kanto starter. I basically rolled a dice to determine which one I got, and ended up with Charmander. And I also caught a Furfrou, and I said I wasn't going to, but I've decided to actually add it to the team. So, we can now have our first look at Fiora the Furfrou, who I leveled up a few times in between episodes just to try to catch it up a bit. And yeah, basically, I said I wasn't going to use it, but then I remembered, hang on, wait, early game headbutt might be kinda busted. And while I was doing so, I also, you know, got a few more levels on some of my other Pokemon that I might use. Which reminds me, because I put the EXP share on in between episodes just so I could, you know, get that done a bit faster. It's not in the options menu, that's for certain. It is in the bag. So let's just turn that back off. And there was one more item back on Route 5 that I want to quickly go back and pick up before I start today's episode proper. So hopefully we can, well, let's see what this is. Huh, I guess I didn't fight this guy. Okay. I mean, I went back and fought most of the other trainers. I guess I must have just missed this guy. But hey, if nothing else, it means we'll be able to show Fiora just, well, see what Furfrou is capable of against a level 13 Centret. So I'm just going to hit it with Headbutt and see how much we do. And it one-shots. Basically, having Stab Headbutt this early is actually going to be really good. But if I don't have access to the Silk Scarf, but if I did, that would be hitting like an absolute train. Okay, so what is this item? Hang on, I just need a second. I need a second to assess the fact that I now have both Charizardites, the Absolite, and the Mewtwoite X after the first gym. That is insane. Also, I might be wrong, but I think if I talk to this guy again, he can shuffle the boxes for me, right? Wait, is it not here? I'm sure there's a way to do it. Okay, I got TM46, which is Taunt. Weirdly enough, TM46 is normally Thief, and TM12 is normally Taunt. Now, let's quickly go down here and grab whatever this is, because I remember there's an item here. A Pure Incense. I don't think that's the one I would want. I forget what the, like, one that gives you a ton of money is called. But I would quite like to find that one. I think it's the... Okay, we found a Psychic Gem. I want to say that's the full incense, but I might be wrong. I think that's one that slows your Pokemon down. Anyway, I'm sure I will remember. And we can't actually leave town yet, because this guy blocks the way, and he's like, "You there, you're seriously going to come all the way out to Camphria Town and leave without even visiting Shabano Castle? You're missing out on half the joy of life." Well, oh well, maybe not half. A quarter? That's probably a blown at 2. 1%. You're missing at least 1%. So we can't actually move on with the game without visiting this castle. And, well, conveniently enough, here's Shauna to also just be here, because we are going to be spending time with her for this episode, unfortunately. I say unfortunately, it's fine. An acquaintance of yours? 2 visitors to Shabano Castle. I can't remember the last time we've been so busy. This castle, chateau if you will, was a manor house of a noble family. It may be a little run down, but that's because there's history to this place. During that history, the owners of this castle gave away a lot of their stuff to everyone, so that's why it feels empty. The end. That's it? You don't have anything related to Mega Evolution? That's it. What in the world is Mega Evolution? Sir, it's back again. Is it that time of year already? Well, there's nothing I can do about that now. I need to go to Route 7, but please, take your time and have a look around. I wonder what that's about. Why don't we go to Route 7 too? So here's the thing, there is a Mega Stone in this castle. Well, in this chateau, whatever you want to call it. However, we don't actually have access to it yet. I'm pretty sure that it spawns after you beat the game. I'm pretty sure it's post-game, and it's normally the Mawile. But, yeah, I guess that's a fun little fact. To be honest, a lot of the... Okay, that's an X-Speed. I was hoping it'd be something good, but... Well, I guess we aren't always going to get something good. So, can we read these books? No, we cannot. Okay. But yeah, basically, there's a lot of the Mega Stones that you don't get access to until the post-game. Like, in the main game of this, I think you only actually get the Kanto starter and normally the Lucario Knight. I think there might be a couple of others normally, but I don't know. Wait. Oh, sorry, it was a different guy who just happened to be the exact same character model. Okay. Okay, anyway, we can't quite go up here yet. Shauna will be like, hey, where are you going? We need to go over here. So we have to go and investigate Route 7 first. What is it? Unfortunately, we aren't going to be able to catch this Snorlax. It'll have been randomized to something else. Here we go again. It's sleeping so soundly, the end of the world wouldn't wake it. Look, it's practically a mountain, right? It's blocking the road completely. Come now, sir, use the Poke Flute. Oh, wait, do you even have it anymore? Nope, I handed it over. Or you could say it was taken by the owner of the palace. What? Huh? What's a Poke Flute? Basically, the Poke Flute is what we need to wake up Snorlax, but the Poke Flute is currently at Parfum Palace. Oh, that's it. All we need to do is go get it then. Come on, let's go. It's just past Route 6, and maybe at a place like that we might learn something about Mega Evolution. Before I do that, I want to run up here and grab whatever this is. Some zinc. Okay? Come back, zinc! I say as I probably don't use it for most of the game. Anyway, so now I can head up here, and I want to be careful around the bushes on this pathway up, because you can get jumped by some Pokemon there. And honestly, basically you can find a Venipede or an Ordino there, but I want to kind of save that for the way back, so I can potentially run through the long grass to find a potentially way better encounter. Because in the long grass, you can find Oddish, you can find Centric, you can find Esper, you can find Kecleon, and you can find Honedge. And Honedge means you can potentially get Aegislash. And as much as I'm kind of making a big deal out of it, I've never actually used Aegislash. Like, I never used it in a playthrough or anything. But yeah, Fiora, recently out of first route, is just gonna headbutt through everything here. Honestly, I think I might have over-leveled, but whatever, it'll be okay. I mean, to be fair, I think that's kind of just what happens when yeah, I may have overshot just a little bit, but hey, hopefully it won't be too bad. And to be totally honest, despite all of this... Actually, do I need Tail Whip? Probably not. I'll leave Tail Whip. I mean, I say that, I have a TM for it. I actually checked, Fiora can't learn that by TM. I don't think any of my current Pokemon actually can. Anyway, let's go fight this second trainer. And, well, what will their team be? I say that because honestly, I do not remember these people's teams. I mean, realistically, I'm just gonna headbutt everything until they fall down, so it's not gonna make any difference. Okay, so that was... Okay, so yeah, that was Baby Doll Eyes. It is kind of an annoying move to deal with, because it's just a priority stat drop, pretty much. However, okay, it traced Fur Coat. Great. Just for convenience sake, I'm actually going to switch to Apollo for this. I know that, you know, I probably shouldn't be all that bothered about my EVs and everything, but hey, if I can get them, might as well get them. If I can get them, might as well. I mean, I say that, it's not going to make any difference whatsoever, but still. And that one-shot, fantastic. And also, 10 out of 10, there's a puzzle in this area. Well, there's a puzzle in Parfum Palace. And, don't worry, I got this. Like, 100% I got this. Because, realistically, I think it is, like, I think it's a very simple puzzle, but you see a lot of people very much struggle with it. I mean, to be fair, I can't really judge because I have also had moments. I've also had moments where it's like, yeah, this is a very easy thing, and then I've just completely lost how to do it. So I am in no position to judge on that. Also, yeah, I probably should just teach Apollo and Violet both how to use Psychic. They can both get it via the TM. Because, yeah, my TM for Return ended up being Psychic, which is kind of busted, not gonna lie. Okay, I'll just use the Castelia Cone to heal Apollo with that. Because I did not have another thing. Huh. The blueberry is not going to do anything for me. Anyway, let's just go all the way up here to Parfum Palace. I will say, I do love a lot of the camera work in this game. Now, I can go back through the long grass, and there's 2 different routes. However, we'll do that on our way back. What's this? A Poke Doll. Okay, that can get us out of one fight for free, which is kind of nice. Okay, now, we will have to pay a little bit of money to go in, unfortunately. Because, capitalism, you know? The entrance fee will be 1,000 Poke Dollars per person. You've got to be kidding, it costs money to go inside? You see, the owner of the palace follows the school of thought that you can never have too much money. Yeesh, this is how the rich get richer. Here's your entrance fee, $1,000. So, the proceeds from the entrance fee help pay for repairing and restoring the palace. Probably. Now, normally, fortunately, it is a one-time fee, and I will say these superior gates are really cool. I will say, though, normally at this point is when you can get access to whatchamacallit. The amulet coin is normally located in this palace, which makes perfect sense, actually, because, you know, it's just like, hey, super fancy rich person's house, and you can find the thing that gets you more money. Anyway, where is it? Where could it be? My furfrou. My beloved little furfrou has disappeared. It disappeared? Hey, we should help look. I mean, if my Pokemon was missing, I'd be sick with worry. Okay, so, obviously, before we do that, let's go and investigate every other room in this building to see if there's anything we can take. Hopefully we'll be able to find some good items, because normally, I forget which room it is. I have a feeling I'm going to make myself suddenly look very stupid by forgetting which room the amulet coin's in. I think it's normally this one. Yeah, it's normally here. And we got another blueberry. Great! I love getting items that I will get 0 value out of. And I don't think there's any other items for me to pick up in here, actually. And I don't think there's any trainers either. Because most of these people are just tourists, so I might as well... I mean, I'll check this side, I suppose. And then I will just head outside. Because, well, now we can go and do the main part of the... I guess the side quest. That's what you need to do to progress the main story out here in the Grand Gardens. Which, to be fair, do look really cool. I love this camera work. Like in the statue with the guy with the Eevee and the Golurk and the Palpitoad. But there's also the Reshiram and the Zekrom statues here. I'll have a look in the back. Okay, because this is a pretty large garden. But yeah, there's a Reshiram statue here and a Zekrom statue all the way over on the other side. Now the question is, where are all the hidden... Well, not hidden. Where are all the items here? I think there's like one in each corner or something. Weirdly enough, me finding these items will be my main time thing here. Okay, the blue scarf, that is going to do absolutely nothing. Like, actually a waste of space in my inventory. Because I don't think there's anything you get out of it, like, at all. Like, I think it's an item that's used mostly for contests, but there's no contests in this game. We have the HM for cut, which we don't really need, but it's nice that we have access to it. Now, what's this? A skull fossil? Okay, I'll happily take a fossil. That's another encounter when I get to Ambrette Town. And now, I know that the furfrou is in this little section over here, which I'll be getting to in just a moment. Unfortunately, okay, Poison Barb isn't going to get any use out of this, but whatever. Unfortunately, because it's a super fancy place, we're like, hey, don't roller skate here, so we have to run everywhere. Or walk, but, you know, we aren't gonna do that. Okay, basic puzzle time. So basically, we now have to catch this furfrou with Shauna. And this is very simple. That path over there leads to a dead end. Let's split up, chase furfrou, and corner in there. I'll keep it from getting away, so pick a spot for me to stand. Okay, so here's what you do. If I recall correctly, I haven't done this puzzle in like 3 years. You just go here, then you chase it to there, and then you kind of just pincer movement. So you do that, move it to there. Now you put Shauna on either of these, like on either of these little sections, and then you approach from the other side, and it just runs down, and that is the puzzle solved. Simple, easy, quick. We love to see it. Oh, well done. We finally caught it. You caught it because you understand how Pokemon feel? No, I just figured out a puzzle. And this guy is very happy that we found his Furfrou. Could you be the two responsible for my wonderful reunion with my dear Furfrou? Well, how wonderful indeed. It's marvelous, simply marvelous. A situation like this demands fireworks. We'll put it on a show. Oh, boom! Fiskman is so excited. My Pokemon and I are reunited, our bond has been proven. We'll commemorate this joyous occasion with a tremendous fireworks display. And also, there's a reward for a tiny bit of trouble you went to. Rendezvous at the balcony. Do you understand? Rendezvous. You could reach the balcony from the hall with mirrors on the 2nd floor. Maybe Furfrou would have been better off if we hadn't found it. If I were a Pokemon, I'd hate to have a trainer like that, but I really love fireworks, so let's make the best of it. You know, I'm just gonna throw it out here. Maybe having a fireworks display isn't the best gift for your dog. Like, I'm no expert on, like, pets and everything, but I'm very well aware that, like, dogs, well, animals in general, and fireworks aren't friends. Like, I'm pretty sure that is a very bad idea, actually. It's also going to look really goofy because we are currently on daytime, I think. So, yeah, the game will be setting off fireworks in the middle of the day, so it'll look even goofier. But we do get a nice little overview of the garden, and you can see for a Zekrom statue there at the end as well. I do kind of like this, especially because you can see all the gardens just flattened out. I quite like that a lot. I also really like the music here. You know, I've never watched fireworks alone with someone before. So yeah, basically, I guess this is about as close as Pokemon ever comes to trying to push a romantic subplot. It fortunately does not push a romantic subplot. We haven't even seen them yet, but I'll never forget these fireworks, because I watched them with you. And now we got fireworks in the middle of the day. Because I don't know what time it thinks it is in-game, but it very clearly is not night in-game. I should probably see what the emulator settings say, because, it is currently 8 PM while I'm recording this episode. So, yeah, it's very much not the middle of the day. Wow, that was amazing! I never want to forget this, so I'll keep this in the I'll keep this memory in an album in my heart. And that was my wonderful fireworks show for my Furfrou. It probably hated every second of it and was probably very scared. I assume you're satisfied with that? Oh! I almost forgot. The Poke Flute. That's right, we need the flute to wake up Snorlax. The Poke Flute, huh? Go get it. It was Charbonneau Castle's treasure, but I took it as payment for a loan. A rich guy like me and a common person like that just didn't go together. Give it to them. So now we have the Poke Flute. Here's the Poke Flute. 10 out of 10, we can go wake up Snorlax. Listen well, you two. It's always return what you borrow. That's very important. I want to make lots of memories on my journey, but I think I'll try and forget about him. You can't imagine how stressful running this place is for him. That may be so, but... Oh, that's right. Mr. Butler, do you know anything about Mega Evolution? I remember reading a book on that subject in the Palace Library. It had something to do with what you'd now call a trainer holding a mysterious stone high in making Pokemon evolve even further. Also, it's not up much, but I would like you to have this. It is Defend Order. Huh. I mean, I guess that kind of works. Like, Defend Order, it's replacing Protect. That kind of works, I quite like that. Protect blocks opposing Pokemon's moves, but if you use it many times in a row, the chances of it not working increase. If you'll excuse me, I shall take my leave. Okay, bye. Bona of Shabno Castle used to be friends with that guy? Can you believe it? Isn't that crazy? We have to be sure to give the flute back after we wake up Snorlax. Okay, so now it is time for us to leave Parfum Palace, and I will come back once. I will come back here way later once I have the fishing rod, because I can fish and get an encounter in here, and I think I can even get, like, Gyarados and stuff, and, I think it's like Corphish, Poliwag, Poliwhirl, Gyarados, all those kinds of Pokemon. Weirdly enough, I don't think you can find a Feebas or anything. And honestly, I think that's kind of a missed opportunity, because I think it would be a pretty cool thing, just like, hey, the super rich people house, just like, hey, this is where you fish and catch Feebas to get a Milotic. I don't know, I think that would make a lot of sense. Especially considering, you know, the giant statue of the Milotic. Just, like, in the main lobby as soon as you walk in. Like, I think that would have just made sense, but what do I know? Okay, so now, we can also take photos throughout the game, but I don't know how they work on the emulator, but I'll do that later. Okay, so now, we can actually get our encounter on Route 6. And I know that there's, like, one trainer in here that people always worry about, and I don't know which one they are, so, I might end up in a bad situation. So, let's, see how this goes. Okay, this guy just has a Fletchling, this won't be too much of an issue, but I do still have an encounter to pick up here. And I should probably go back and get a few more Pokeballs, actually. I think I bought one Great Ball, but I should probably just buy a couple more Pokeballs, just to be sure I can catch everything on the way, because I have a good few encounters left in today's episode, I think. Because I'm gonna make today's episode go all the way to Ambrette Town, I think. Like, unless something takes forever, but hopefully it won't. And our encounter is a Honedge. Okay. Okay, that is kind of nice. Also, I'm gonna be totally honest. Usually, inanimate object Pokemon don't have genders, but why does Honedge have one? Like, I've never understood that. A lot of the inanimate object Pokemon just don't have genders, and that makes sense. They're inanimate objects. But like, why does Honedge have them? I've never understood that. Then again, I've never understood why Heatran has genders either. But whatever. And click. 10 out of 10, we now have a Honedge. What am I going to call it? I don't know, but it's going to go in the box for a while anyway. But hey, if I need a Steel or a Ghost type, that is a phenomenal pickup. I don't think it evolves until like level 40 though, so that's maybe something that I'd have to play a little bit carefully around. Because obviously it could die at a moment's notice. And as much as I would love to have a Centret on the team, because it would evolve into Ferret pretty quickly, I also think maybe you get access to it just a teensy bit too late. I know that it's weird saying, hey, I'm getting access to this Pokemon too late and it's before the second gym still. Okay, that's kind of a side grade, I think. Like, Submission has replaced Brick Break. So, yeah, that's kind of a side grade. Like, you have the recoil damage. Like, you have the recoil damage but higher base damage. But Brick Break could destroy screens, but not many opponents put up screens in this game. And most of the Pokemon that do are Psychic type, so I probably wouldn't really want to be leaving a Fighting type in on that. Either way, let's quickly go buy some Pokeballs and drop Honedge off in the PC. Because I am... actually, no wait. So, fun fact, in all of my saves on the main... Like, on my actual 3DS saves, I just carry around 999 default Pokeballs with me, because I just never use anything else. And we got a Carmenage Honedge. I'm doing so well when it comes to having garbage natures for most of my Pokemon. Anyway, Route 7. Also, this way down here just leads to, like, the berry farm. I won't need it for now or probably ever, but hey, it's nice that we have access to it. So, we now are back. Oh, it's you two. Did you actually manage to borrow the Poke Flute? There we go, that's the word I was looking for. Thanks. You're the only one who can play it, right? Snorlax can be grumpy when it wakes up. It might attack. I'll play the flute right now, but are you ready to stop it? Yes. It feels nice to have this flute in my hands again. Okay, I guess I'll start playing. Okay, so, what will our encounter be? Honestly, I think I'd rather just have the Snorlax, but hey. I mean, I say that, but I've never actually used this Snorlax in a playthrough. And instead of Snorlax, we get a Tentacool. Okay. You know what? I'm more than okay with that, actually. That is really good. Like, Tentacool is massive. That is huge. That's really good. But now, the thing is, one, it knocks off Tentacool as, like, an encounter everywhere else, and there's a fair bit of water. Well, that's not a massive rent, but, like, you know, that knocks it out for water roots. It's a solid water type. And also, it's just generally a good thing, because also I get poison type with it. So we now have a Tentacool. I'm not going to put it on the team just yet, and I also don't have a name planned for it. So, we'll see how that goes, but I might add it. Awesome, you caught Snorlax. You know, the Tentacool. Honestly, it would have made more sense if it was Tentacruel, given the size of it, but whatever. Oh, the only thing I can do with that Poke Flute is put it on display. But you've been playing since you were little, and the tone is lovely. It seems like my Furfrou also likes the sound of that flute. Not as much as it likes my beautiful Wonderfrou fireworks, of course. Yeah, I guess so. Still, your playing sounded better back in the day. I'll let you take care of that flute, so be sure to practice more. I guess that's his way of saying you can keep it, I suppose. Was that supposed to be an attempt to patch things up? Well, whatever. All's well that ends well. I wonder what lies past where Snorlax was sleeping. The answer is an encounter, and also the daycare. Because, I'm just going to skip this, because honestly, I'm going to skip the text here, because realistically, I'm not going to use the daycare. But hey, it's here if you need to use it. And also, well, there's a reason why the Route 4 theme, and also the Route 7 theme, because a lot of the themes get reused in this game. Well, there's a reason why it kind of just became, like, the national anthem for Kalos. Because people were going up and down here, just doing laps forever. Okay, so, yellow flowers or blue flowers? I think those are actually purple. Those are purple. Those are definitely purple. So, yellow or purple? I'm actually going to wait it, and also, oh, we're about to come up on another thing that never came back, but I always thought was really cool, well, in concept at least, and never really did until I beat the game. Do you know about this building? It's called the Battle Chateau, and it's famous for being a place where trainers gather to improve their skills. If I learn even more about Pokemon, I'm sure I'll be able to defeat Kalos' 8 gym leaders. I mean, yeah, sure, Trevor, I'm just gonna beat them by being a good Pokemon trainer. And also, here's a double battle now. If y'all don't mind, I'd like to have a Pokemon battle with everyone. Now, how should we pair up? Let's go with Trevor and Tien. Just like, wow, Serena, way to stack the deck. It's just like, hello, protagonists on one team versus side characters on another. It's like, yeah, no way are we losing here. Oh wait, she does have the Fletchling. Maybe she just drops it from the team later, because I don't remember her ever using it late game. Oh well, I'm just going to try to get rid of this Callfish straight away. And static hits for, of course, static hits for Fletchling. We just headbutt for Callfish. Can I get the flinch? Probably not. But we aren't in any real danger, because honestly, that'll do nothing. Okay, that did 8, but Fur Coat helped us really just eat that hit. And now, Fletchling is okay. And that Corphish is definitely going down, which means we can now just double in on Trevor's Pokemon, and we should be okay. Actually, now that I think about it, I think this is like one of the only 2 times in the game where you have an actual Pokemon battle with Trevor. Like, you fight him way later in the game. But other than that, I think that's the only other time you fight him. You see him plenty, but like, you don't fight him very often. And now we just headbutt, and that might just kill, and then we can be on our way towards Ambrette Town. And fantastic, we got the flinch, so we can just headbutt again, and we can be on our way. Okay, never mind, we even got through with just the quick attack, which is very nice. Okay, so Fiora goes up to level 17, and they are donezo. Well, that was a nice move. So you can't just learn everything from the Pokédex. Well, yeah, obviously. You can't learn about how a book. You're not gonna win a fight by reading a book all the time, you know? It sure is interesting to see how different each trainer style is. I just clicked headbutt over and over again until we won. Okay. So yeah, now we can go over here, and also sitting on benches, you'll sometimes get really nice just like camera shots, and those are really nice. Now, you'd expect to go in this way. As it turns out, we can't currently because there is a strength boulder blocking the way. Now, we are still on Route 7 here, so it is time to grab an encounter. I'm hoping for Krogunk. I know Krogunk appears here. Like, I'm hoping for either Krogunk, okay, a rare bone, we can sell that for some decent money. I'm hoping for Krogunk or Roselia. But knowing my luck, I'll probably get Volbeat or Illumise or something. Oh, it's a horde. I got a horde of Hopper. I got a horde of Hopper. Great. Just what I needed. Just what I wanted. I mean, I say that, but hey, it could be... Actually, could it be worse? Actually, yeah, I could probably get some use out of Jumpluff, so... Like, if I decide to use it, I could get some use out of Jumpluff, so I'm not gonna feel too bad about it. I will say one thing, though. Every time I've ever found a shiny in a horde, I've always worried about it, because it's just like, what if I click the wrong one? As it turns out, it's very easy to kind of discern which one it is, but I've always just had that lingering doubt of just like, what if I clicked the wrong one? And that would be a disaster, because, you know, shinies are pretty rare. Also, I obviously, yeah, if I find a shiny, I'm allowed to catch it. Like, I'm not gonna just, like, if I find a shiny, I'm not gonna go, well, it's not my, like, you know, shiny clause is in effect, so, you know. And hopefully Hop-Up will just work with me and go in the ball immediately. Hop-Up, please just stay in the ball. You aren't that good for Pokemon. Like, I know you're like 7, 8 levels away from evolving into Skiploom, I think. I'll be honest. Like, okay, I will actually put my hands up right now and say, I've never actually used a Hop-Up in a playthrough. Like, I think I got a Skiploom once. Like, I want to say I might have used a Skiploom once. Like, okay, brackets, outside Pokemon Coliseum, because, obviously, you work with what you can get in Pokemon Coliseum, and what you get in Pokemon Coliseum is not much. Pokemon Coliseum is not a friendly game when it comes to giving you good encounters. 1. Okay, you know what? Oh! Wait, Tentacool has an item? So that... Okay, that to me tells me one of two things. Either it has a poison barb attached to it because it's Tentacool, or because it was coded as Snorlax, it has leftovers. And if it's lefties, that's huge. Like, if I get leftovers this early, that is amazing. Also, yes, I am having to weaken this Hop-Up. I think this is the first Pokemon I've had to weaken to try to catch. Like, I know I used Stun Spore. I used Stun Spore when I was trying to catch the Ledybear, but to be honest, that wouldn't work here because it's a grass type. 1, 2, 3, stay in the ball. Fantastic. Thank you for your cooperation, Hopper. Okay. Now, into the PC you will be going, because, yeah, I'm not using a hop-up on my team. Like, if I end up using hop-up, something has probably gone horribly, horribly wrong. So let's have a quick look at it, though. It is modest with Leaf Guard. It had no actual attacking moves. Balanced nature. Huh. Tentacool had a sickness bearing. Wait, this has toxic spikes? Hang on, Tentacool might be, Tentacool might have some gaming going on. Anyway, we can deal with that on our way. So, this is the Connecting Cave, also known as the Zubat Roost. And also you can just heal here for free. So, obviously, in here you can find Zubat, you can find Whismur, you can find Meditite. The real prize would be an Axew. Okay, we get a Zubat, but that's fine. I'm more than okay with getting a Zubat here, because a Golbat is a bit before my next level cap. Crobat is really good. And also, just on top of that, in general, it's pretty solid to have. Because, you know, Zubat will be present in, like, every cave. So if I can just kind of knock Zubat and Golbat off the list of Pokemon I don't have, just for dupes purposes, it will be super helpful to have for the entire game, even if I never end up using it. Just knowing that I have access to it is always nice. Okay, so now we can actually cross the border onto Route 8, which is where we would normally get access to Absol, but, you know, Moonless is currently just sat in the PC waiting to join the team. And we'll also get a Pokedex upgrade. Stop right there, because Cena and Daxio are here. Haha, didn't mean to surprise you. How are you and Furfru doing? Haven't you wondered how a single Pokedex could possibly cover a region as big as Kalos? Well, it can't. That's why we're here to power up your Pokedex. The Coastal Kalos Pokedex was added to my Pokedex. The Coastal Kalos Dex will be on your Pokedex menu, so tap it to select it. New encounters help people and Pokemon grow and mature. We'll be taking our leave now. Bon voyage! So, if we look down over here, we can slightly... I now have both Mewtwo-nites and both Charizardites. If I do not get access to a Mewtwo in this game, I'm going to be so bitterly disappointed in myself. Oh, because, look, at this point, if I don't get one, if I don't get a Mewtwo, like, come on. If I don't get a Mewtwo, I think that's just the game being cruel. Also, I want to dodge her like the plague. And I got a bag on. And I got a bag on. That's a potential Salamence. That's a Salamence. Like, that will also be going into PC for safekeeping. But that is a Salamence, if I can get it leveled up enough. And that, well, obviously, you don't need any explanation from me to tell you that Salamence is absolutely amazing. The reason I want to dodge that trainer, though, is because she has an Axew, and Axew has Dragon Rage. And, I'm a bit scared of Dragon Rage, to be totally honest. And rightfully so, it is just a flat 40 damage. And, nothing on my team would really want to be taken one of those. Now, I think Bagon probably takes a confusion even if it crits. Okay. Now, I think I can probably hit it with another tackle, but I will just throw a Pokeball and see what happens. Because wait, I just had the thought of I have the Luxury Ball and didn't catch Zubat in it. So that's going to be a little bit inconvenient when it comes to getting Crobat, but hey, we'll work with it. Maybe Bagon would like one of them. 1, 2, 3, click. Fantastic. I now have a Bagon, so that is a potential Salamence just waiting. That is just waiting in the box now. Because obviously I don't want to have to, I don't really want to risk it if I can avoid it. I'm going to get rid of Tackle for Gust. And Gust will be, you know, a nice flying type move to have. First flying type move I have on my team. Dreaming of one day flying practices by leaping off cliffs every day. Okay, Bagon. Welcome to the box. Now, I'm going to try to just dodge the rest of the trainers here. That requires strength, okay, that's fine. Now, there is this little bit. There's an item over there, I think, but I'll come back to that later. Okay, now, I do know that there's the one bit where you have to do the little jumping puzzle. I would not... Okay, so, as happy as I am that I have access to a potential Salamence for way later, I wouldn't have mind having Spoink. Because I do quite like Grumpig. I used one in Pokemon Platinum, and it was actually pretty good. Now, I want to go over here just to hop over here and grab this item real quick. And we now have the Sizzle, I'm probably not going to get... I don't think I get access to a Cypher until, like, the 8th gym, but, hey. I know... Actually, I did change the thing, so if I get the Metal Coat and do get a Cypher, I could get Sizzle. Also, that would come in handy, but now... We have finally made it to Ambrette Town. Also, we've ran into Serena again. This is Ambrette Town. You just go through the aquarium. You just go through the aquarium to get to Sillage City. But first, we should go to the fossil lab and have them tell us about fossils. We might even learn something about those mysterious stones related to Mega Evolution. And that is exactly what we're going to do in the somewhat near future. Now, what does this guy do? Anything? No? Okay. So, let's quickly go and deposit our new Pokemon. I will probably add a couple of them. And by that I mean I'll probably add Tentacool. Well, I might do a little bit of training to kind of catch it up. But hey, we'll see how it goes. So, that goes there. Bagon isn't on the team yet. I just want to shuffle things around. Careful Nature, that could be worse, actually. Also, having Bite this early could be kind of nice as well. And let's just take the item from Tentacool and end off today's episode here. So, today we managed to make our way through everything in Camphria Town, through Parfum Palace, all the way across Route 7, and down to Ambrette Town. Next time we're going to go and check out Glittering Cave and probably make our way to Sillage City. And, yeah, I'm going to end off today's episode here. The next episode of this will be on Monday, then... So next week... So this is the last episode of Pokemon for this week. Next week it will be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, with Resident Evil 2 on Tuesday and Thursday. So, yeah, as always, feel free to leave a comment or click any of the buttons down below if you feel so inclined, and I will hopefully see you all next time for some more Pokemon, or Resident Evil if you're also watching that. Okay, thanks for watching. Later.